All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to you, sincere, hopefully elect Akim, Ma'arabai, Allah. That's to say 144,000 or 144,000. Shalom to y'all, brothers. The hopeful elect out there pushing the word of the Lord in spirit and in truth.
Shalom.
All right, I'm the brother Hassad along with the brother
Tuabash.
And we're on a time crunch, but through the spirit we want to just bring out this new information as of a couple days ago that is going to affect the state that we live in. As you see here, it says from Fox 13 Seattle, it says Trump orders open up all Washington national forests for logging. Okay, so all national forests are pretty much available to be pretty much deforested. All right, underneath Esau, Edom. Okay, now trees are needed to provide oxygen, for humans to breathe, man. Okay, the trees are very important to the ecosystem. Just cutting down trees for purposes of to make way for new infrastructure or whatever the case may be. There's certain type of trees according to the scriptures that you cut down and certain that you leave alone. Certain trees that you build with and certain trees that you leave alone.
Right.
Now when you just going in the forest and just chopping down trees at a will, that's affecting the ecosystem. Like I said, there's animals that depend on certain trees to survive. That's their home.
Straight up.
You're
kicking them out of their habitation.
Yeah.
You're kicking them out of their home.
You're gentrifying them.
You're gentrifying them, so you can,
gentrifying animals.
So you can put a fucking a subdivision in where where they at.
Gentrification of animals.
You're all for profit and vainglory and money, man.
Mm-hmm. All to turn a profit, like the brother said. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. This is Google. Roughly 44% of Washington's forest land is managed by the federal government, with a large portion of that being a part of the national forest system. 50% of Washington state is national forest. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And they're talking about they want to get, 59%? I'm sure the article will kind of go into it.
Yeah. So let me just start reading. Okay. It says the brief. It says a new directive from the Trump administration will open up more logging in national forests, including all in Washington state. And I believe it's 5 national forests in Washington state. It says it exempts affected forests from an objection process that allows outside groups, tribes, and local government to challenge logging proposal at the administrative level. It says whether it will result in more lumber production remains to be seen. It says President Donald Trump's administration has moved to eliminate environmental safeguards demons, man.
Pieces of shit.
On more than half of the nation's national forests, opening up 59% of land for logging. Yep.
59%. Like, you were basically trying to wipe out all the clean air in America.
Yeah. Yep. It says Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins announced the action Friday, citing danger from wildfires as a reason for the change. That's bullshit. What does the new National Forest Directive say? Well, we know it exempts affected forests from an objection process that allows outside groups, tribes, and local governments to challenge logging proposals at the administrative level before they are finalized. It also narrows the number of alternatives federal officials can consider when weighing logging projects. Related, it says you can eat these 5 invasive animals. Get out of here. All right, it says logging projects are routinely contested by conservation groups, both at the administrative level and in court, which can drag out the the approval process for years. Rawlings did not mention climate change in Friday's directive, which called on her staff to speed up environmental reviews. By the numbers, Forest Service officials at the regional level were told to come up with plans to increase the volume of timber offered by 25% over the next 4 to 5 years. The emergency designation covers 176,000 square miles or 455,000 square kilometers of terrain, primarily in the west, but also in the south, around the Great Lakes, and in New England. Combined, it is an area larger than California and amounts to 59% of Forest Service lands.
Damn.
Yeah, bro.
I'm trying to find that scripture. I'll just quote it though. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea. Like, think about that. Inhabitants of the earth isn't just human beings, right? The animals and the sea, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing safe under Esau Edom's rule. If he had it his way, it would just be caves, no agriculture, no people, just him and his raw fish and his favorite boyfriend. You know, this fucking sick ass motherfucker would wipe out the entire earth.
Yeah.
His desire is as hell. He can't stop himself. His appetite is insatiable.
Yeah. He got an appetite for destruction. Esau is cruising for a bruising, man.
Yeah.
You know, hey, these terrorists is going, man, Esau about to get his ass kicked. All right, America in particular. You know, now it goes into more information. Brothers can read that, you know, if they feel the need to or want to. But yeah, man, you know, Esau is a diabolical POS. All right. Now, just real quick, I had typed in earlier some stuff about asking about these the national forests, right? So real quick, I asked, give me some information about Washington State's national forests and how they differ from other forests in the country. It says, here's a detailed comparison of Washington's national forests and their unique characteristics relative to other forests in the U.S. Overview of Washington's national forests. It says Washington is home to six national forests, managed by the U.S. Forest Service under the Department of Agriculture. These forests emphasize multiple use management, balancing recreation, timber production, wildlife conservation, and watershed protection. It says Olympic National Forest, that's one. Mount Baker, Snoqualmie National Forest, Okanogan, is that how you say that? Okanogan. Wenatchee National Forest, Guilford, Pinchot National Forest, Colville National Forest, Umatilla National Forest. All right.
Damn.
It says key differences from other U.S. forests: ecological diversity, temperate rainforests. Washington's coastal forests, example given Olympic, are among the few temperate rainforests in the U.S. with 170 plus inches of annual rainfall and towering Sitka spruce, western hemlock. East side dry forests. Unlike the wet west, forests east of the Cascades, example given Okanogan, Wenatchee, resemble inland northwest forests, being Idaho and Montana, with drought-tolerant ponderosa pine and frequent wildfires. You know, it goes into some more stuff, but one thing I asked about carbon, right? It says, I said, what role does carbon play in forests, right? It says carbon plays a critical role in forests, acting as both a storage reservoir, carbon sink, and a cycling mechanism in the global carbon cycle. Forests are among the Earth's largest terrestrial carbon sinks, and their management significantly impacts climate change.
Damn.
Here's how carbon functions in forests with specific examples from Washington and comparisons to other regions. Carbon storage, sequestration, the water. It says forests absorb CO2 from the atmosphere through photosynthesis, storing carbon in. Biomass, trees, trunks, roots, understory plants, dead organic matter, fallen leaves, dead wood, coarse woody debris, soils, decomposing organic material. Example given: Washington's rainforest stores 200 plus tons of carbon per acre in soil alone.
That's some
Okay.
potent soil right there.
Washington's edge, old growth temperate rainforest. Example given: Olympic MP stores 2 to 3 times more carbon than tropical forest per unit area due to massive tree size and slow decomposition. The water, can't read today. In cool, wet climates. Okay, it's more. Jumping down, it says carbon release. It says forests can become carbon sources under stress. Wildfires burn biomass, releasing CO2. Example given: Washington's 2020 fires emitted 8 million metric tons of CO2. Decomposition. Fungi, bacteria break down organic matter, especially in warm, wet climates, slower in Washington's cool rainforest. Logging. Harvesting trees releases carbon unless wood is used for long-lived products. Example given: construction lumber. So just a little bit of information. It's some. It goes into it, but
Absolutely.
just for the sake of time, the trees are important, man.
Very.
And you got Esau just trying to destroy that. Okay.
Bro, that shows you how perfect the Lord is, man.
Mm-hmm.
His creation is perfect. Esau's the only one that has a problem with it.
Right.
Or he the one that want to disrupt everything.
Because he's a cancer.
Of the earth.
A cancer. Free radicals in the body destroy your cells. Yeah. It has your cells all haywire. So Esau is like a damn free radical.
Yep.
Just going about the earth, destroying everything he comes in contact with, man. Which is why he's not needed. And the proof of him not being needed is the fact that he's not going to be around after his 1,000 years of slavery is up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and that was written from the beginning.
Yeah.
He found no place of repentance. Right, the Lord said that after he did his thing, he's out of there.
Right. Yeah.
And hey, that's a day that we patiently wait upon, man.
Right.
Like the patience of the saints, that's part of that, man. We're in hell under this devil. Everything that he does is adverse to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai.
Yeah.
And it vexes our spirit to just be in this captivity. But hey, we did what we did, and we got to live out what we, deserve.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, hey, man, the Lord is fed up with this demon. He about to wipe this motherfucker off the face of the earth, man, after that 1,000 years of paying back what he did, but double.
Yeah. That's why all this, these events is taking place, man.
Mm-hmm.
This economy about to tank. All right, and this is what we've been waiting for.
That's right.
So we're going to grab Isaiah 14 and start at verse 1 in the NLT and just read down. It says, a taunt for Babylon's king. All right, and the current king of Babylon is DJ Trump, Donald John Trump.
The cruel Lord.
Okay, the cruel Lord. It says, but the Lord Yahweh will have mercy on the descendants of Jacob. He will choose Israel as his special people once again. He will bring them back to settle once.
So like that stops all you motherfucking misreaders.
Replacement theology.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Replacement theology, I think. Right?
Yeah. Supersessionism.
Yeah. Are you John 3:16ers that don't have the proper understanding?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So like I just wanted to make that point. That's a beautiful scripture.
Come. It says he will bring them back to settle once again in their own land, and people from many different nations will come and join them there and unite with the people of Israel. And that's the Israelite foreigners.
Yep. Okay.
That James 1:1, the 12 tribes scattered abroad.
Yeah, and the Hebrew says they will yet yet choose Israel.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They're gonna in the land of our captivity we shall remember ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, and then when we go throughout the four corners of the earth collecting Israel, you know, hey, you either, you know, get down or you get your head lopped off in front of Yahweh Shai. Those that won't accept Yahweh Shai as the rightful ruler of this planet gonna be dealt with.
Yeah, the scriptures say that you know, Israel's gonna be brought under the bond of the covenant. You know, so in the wilderness, you know, that's when Jacob gonna, you know, get down and lay down.
Yeah.
You know, the time of playing is over. Verse 2, it says, the nations of the world will help the Lord's people, Yahweh's people, to return, and those who come to live in their land will serve them. Those who captured Israel will themselves be captured, and Israel will rule over its enemies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
and that's
slavery.
All you nations captured Israel at some point in time.
Yep. You know, because when the Lord returns, you know, we're stolen. Mm-hmm. We were stolen from our homeland. Well, not homeland, excuse me. From West Africa's, like there's two Africas. from West Africa, you know, and brought to the Americas. Mm-hmm. Okay, so when the Lord returns, guess what? The people who took us captive, being Esau, Edom, we still gonna be in His possession. Yeah. So what? It's like you gotta your child gets abducted, and you track on like on what's the dude that was doing the movies Taken, where his daughter got taken overseas?
Oh, Liam Neeson?
Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hey, man, if the motherfucker that took your daughter still alive, you going to kick his ass. You going to kill him.
You going to kill that man. Yeah.
You going to kill him. You know, your child.
Because you know he did some funny ass shit to her.
Yep. Your son, daughter, your child, whatever. You know, you gonna be looking to shed blood, man.
Right.
All right, so guess what? The Lord is going to be looking to shed blood. He is going to shed blood, you know. Hey, that's crazy that light just came on,
right?
too.
Hey, not only are the people stolen, but the land is stolen.
Yeah.
And it's stolen by the same thief.
Yeah.
The same thief has the land and the people in his possession, but the ransom's already been paid.
Yeah.
So, what's up, Esau? you gotta come up off that.
Yeah.
You gotta come up off the nation of Israel and get up out that land. And the Lord gonna do it by force.
Yep. Whether you like it or not.
Mm-hmm.
It says, verse 3, it says, in that wonderful day when Yahweh gives His people rest from sorrow and fear, from slavery and chains, all right, because we are yet this day in our captivity, you will taunt the king of Babylon. All right. You will say, the mighty man has been destroyed. Yes, your insolence is ended.
Imagine that, man, being able to kick Donald Trump in his nuts while he shackled up in some chains and tell him about himself.
Yeah.
And through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai.
Drop kick that nigga. Run full speed and drop kick him like on some WWE shit.
Hey, kick that nigga like Michael Jai White with his super sidekick
he
got that blew that bag off the chain.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gonna get Michael Jai White it, nigga.
Yeah. It says in verse 5 it says, for Yahweh has crushed your wicked power and broken your evil rule. You struck the people with endless blows of rage and held the nations in your angry grip with unrelenting tyranny. Hey, Trump with these damn tariffs is an example of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like just putting tariffs on any and everybody. You know, nations that just every nation gotta feel the wrath of Donald Trump because he's happy he became president. Yeah. Just woke up and was like, you know what, I'm gonna just put tariffs on people. And in the news they're saying the way Donald Trump is going about with these tariffs is not how tariffs are supposed to be used.
Damn.
So he manipulated the way tariffs are to be used, and now he's just doing whatever the fuck he wants to do, but using tariffs as the scapegoat.
Damn.
You know?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What was I just saying? Held the nations in your angry grip and unrelenting tyranny.
Mm-hmm.
We was talking about earlier how this nigga used to keep his tobacco in a Negro's nutsack.
Yeah.
He cut off Jake nuts, dry that shit out, and be walking around with tobacco in that motherfucker.
Yeah, man.
I'm fucking sitting on couches made of Jake with the hair as the
cushion,
and the skin as the leather.
That's hatred, man.
Hatred.
That's unfathomable hatred, man.
That's why the Lord got to put the Spirit on us to do double unto Him what He did to us.
Yeah, we're gonna do it according to His anger, His fury.
That's right.
Verse 7, it says, "But finally the earth is at rest and quiet. Now it can sing again."
Right, when this devil is out of there, and the kingdom of heaven is implemented, and not even when he's out of there, just when his rulership is done, and his eon is over, and Jacob's eon begins. Hey, this earth can start to sing, because Babylon's destroyed, and Jacob is in power, and it's a time for the whole earth to rejoice, because its rightful ruler is gonna be the steward of the land again. Yahweh Shai, man. Yahweh Shai was adamant. He was given, he gave all the animals names. This is his possession, man. He shared it with the elect, but he's coming back to rule what the Lord gave him. And y'all motherfuckers got to get out the way.
Verse 8, it says, "Even the trees of the forest," all right, this is the point of why we even brought this out. All right, "even the trees of the forest, the cypress trees and the cedars of Lebanon," because when you go into the scriptures, the scriptures let you know how, we as Israelites even got trees from Lebanon to build up. King Solomon did. It's like it, the water. King Solomon, got trees from Lebanon to build, his palace and whatnot, or the temple.
Them cedars. Imagine how beautiful it smells,
bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's just a pristine. Just how we was reading about on Deep Seek about the coastal forests here in Washington. Well, guess what? That Mediterranean, the where Lebanon is, it's right on the Mediterranean, just next door to Israel, man. And it's all that water provides, a lot of nutrition for those luscious trees, man. Okay, so it says the cedars of Lebanon sing out this joyous song. Since you have been cut down, no one will come now to cut us down. All right, so, and that's twofold, because the trees represent people in the scriptures. Okay, at times. So the actual trees themselves, all right, as well as the people of the lands mentioned, Lebanon, so on, in particular, is going to rejoice when they're going to be in slavery right along with Esau. But it's going to be a better case. The earth itself is going to be in a better state. Even with the heathen being in slavery, all right, catching hell, the earth itself is going to be able to relax and rejoice, and people themselves, over a period of time, is going to realize how much more beneficial it is to not have Esau in the driver's seat.
Just the vibration alone,
man,
is going to be in tune.
Yeah, man. That's something we can't even fathom. Eye hath not seen nor ear heard. You know what I'm saying?
They gave me the chills.
Yeah, like just peace, man. Like true peace. True peace, man. Like we when we be hearing the birds chirping, like we find peace and solace in that.
Of course.
But just like just to actually like experience it in its full potency, the smell of the earth, the crisp air, the animals, the birds, the benefits of what the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, created. To experience that, we don't even, man, it's gonna blow our minds, man.
This earth and its rightful ruler in their perfect excellency. Like when you speak about somebody of high regard, you call them, hey, your excellency. That's what he's gonna be, and everything that all creation is gonna be under the vibration of the Most High Creator Yahweh.
It's gonna be a righteous influence. Verse 9, it says, "In the place of the dead there is excitement over your arrival. The spirits of royal leaders and mighty kings long dead stand up to see you. All right, pretty much going into, Esau being put to death ultimately.
Yeah.
Like the way Esau has ruled this planet, the best outcome for the planet is for the Edomites to go extinct. So when nobody's gonna be pissed off and mad as far as the other nations when Esau is ultimately shackled up in the chains,
right?
Into chains, excuse me.
Yeah. Because he been fucking them up too.
Yeah. Yep. It says, let me see, verse 10, it says, with one voice they all cry out, now you are as weak as we. You know what I'm saying?
Like, man, think about Jake in the state in America.
Hey, Salah, just real quick.
Yeah.
No. Just real quick, Salah, hold that thought.
Yeah.
But what's going on with these terrorists, these other nations is fighting back. And when this place continues to tank, they ain't going to give a fuck.
No.
Because they thought the outcome was going to be everybody else hurting and America doing good, even out of the President Trump's own mouth.
Yeah.
They're stealing from us, the nations.
Salah, go ahead, man.
China's being unfair.
Yeah.
They don't want to give up to the other nations. We're going to make them. We're going to do it. This is what we're going to do.
They've been ripping us off for a long time.
Far too long. It's the golden age of America. It stops now.
Hey, man, this is dope watching this because he's funny.
Yeah. He's a clown, man.
He's a fucking clown.
He's a Cheeto to a can of light.
He said,
yeah, fucking the Cheeto fucking, he's a 3D printed Cheeto. You was gonna say something though?
Yeah, but I think I pretty much said what I was
okay.
gonna say.
Salakia.
Nah, it's all good.
It says verse 11, it says, your might and power were buried with you. All right, up in flames. The sound of the harp in your palace has ceased, all this dumbass music, Now maggot are your sheet, and worms your blanket, corruption and death. All right, that's what America got to look forward to.
Hey, the grave.
Yep. Welcome to hell.
Oh, you'll get the shit.
Oh,
Esau.
You'll get the shit.
Oh, the shit.
Like pardon our folly, man.
Hey,
but exactly.
Hey, this place is crumbling.
Yes.
And if you are an Israelite man, and especially one that has the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, this is the greatest moment of our lives. This place is going down, and our Lord is being set up, man, to come back and destroy this place, man.
Yeah. Let me see. Verse 12, it says, how are you fallen from heaven, O shining star, Lucifer? All right, meaning light bearer. How your law, if I'm not mistaken.
How your law?
So let me look it up real quick. Let me look it up. Ha ya law. Yeah, ha ya law. Okay. How are you fallen from heaven, O shining star, light bearer, son of the morning? You have been thrown down to the earth. All right, talking about Esau, Edom.
Yeah.
All right, he's the one that professing himself all this wicked ass technology he got. That's him. That's a form of him, of his light. AI and robots, this and tech.
Digital God.
Yeah, all that mumbo jumbo, bull hickey.
Mm-hmm. Straight bull hickey.
Son of the morning, you have been thrown down to the earth, you who destroy the nations of the world. For you said to yourself, I will ascend to heaven and set my throne above the Most High, above God's stars. All right.
1969.
Yep. Yeah. Going into space, which he didn't do.
Right.
And still, you got him talking about sending shuttle ships or whatever to Mars. Even China said they went to, like, his method of just lying has spread to the other nations to where you even got the gooks lying saying that they fucking went to Mars and shit.
Pride.
Sent little rovers to Mars. Just all lies, man.
Y'all in the desert.
Yeah.
Playing games.
You
in a Hollywood basement.
Yeah.
What's that Red Hot Chili Pepper song? Space to find the frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement.
I don't think I heard that.
Hey, he calling them out. Like, that's a fucking lie, man.
Yep.
Y'all are full of shit. You and your pseudoscience, you and your false gods, everything about you is fake and is about to be wiped out.
Yep. Verse 13, it says, For you said to yourself, I will ascend to heaven and set my throne above God's stars. I will preside on the mountain of the gods far away in the north. Okay, and when you read it in KJV, it says, For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. All right, and where are we at? We're in North America. In Esau is thinking he's a god over the children of Israel.
Yeah.
Because this is the main hub of it's like all 12 tribes are essentially located here in Babylon the Great. In the surrounding areas. North, Central, South America, but. You got all 12 tribes here. You can find any tribe of the nation of Israel. You can find them here in America.
Yeah.
All right. It says, verse 14 back in the NLT, it says, I will climb to the highest heavens and be like the Most High. Yeah. The audacity, man.
Yeah, he sitteth in the
temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. Just lying. And that's all through that AI, through his technology. Mm-hmm. His pseudoscience, like the brother said. It says, verse 15, instead, you will be brought down to the place of the dead, down to its lowest depths. Excuse me.
Yep,
all right?
Pit.
Yep. Destruction. Yep. Everyone there will stare at you and ask, can this be the one who shook the earth and made the kingdoms of the world tremble? Okay. Yeah, like the brother said, the pit, all right, because ultimately, Esau are going to be put to death, but, they're going to be thrown in that pit until we decide to let them get some fresh air so they can get cooked by the sun out there doing some back-breaking labor.
That's right.
Verse 16, it says, everyone there will stare at you and ask, can this be the one who shook the earth and made the kingdoms of the world to tremble? Made the kingdoms of the world tremble. Think about it. When Esau is in slavery with the other nations, they're like, damn, like this is like.
You was the top. Like you was Top Gun.
Damn, homie.
In high school,
in Babylon, you was a man, homie. What the fuck happened to you,
nigga? Look at your ass now.
Yeah, hey, imagine Donald Trump in slavery, no wig piece. His spray-on tan's gone. All right, he was a Cheeto. Now he's a flaming hot Cheeto.
He's a lobster. Now.
Rock lobster. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's gonna be crazy, man.
Yeah. Oh, and you can see his whole weird ass body too.
Yeah, bro.
You can't hide it behind that suit no more.
Yeah,
you
just
gonna
all
be in that sackcloth.
Yeah,
stupid.
Looking crazy. Verse 18, it says, the kings of the nations lie in stately glory, each in his own tomb. All right. But you will be thrown out of your grave like a worthless branch, like a corpse trampled underfoot. You will be dumped into a mass grave with those killed in battle. You will descend to the pit. Yep. So nothing's coming for America in particular, but destruction, man.
That's right. Death and destruction.
And there's more to this, but for the sake of time, we got, brothers got things we got to take care of. But the point was, the cedars, all right, the trees, the cedars of Lebanon, Esau pretty much going back to this article dealing with the deforestation. Initially, that's what it is.
Yep.
He has no respect or that's the devil I was talking about.
Yeah.
Speaking of the devil.
That's right.
He has no respect for what the Heavenly Father created, man. And what?
None whatsoever.
Yeah.
He think he better than his creations are better than what the Most High could do.
Right.
Like, bro, you're a delusional.
This is bro. They already got fake trees. All right. 5G towers disguised as pine trees, bro. Or palm trees.
Yeah.
Like, bro, that's his version of a tree is something that emits radiation that's cooking your ass.
Yep.
You know?
Fake clouds.
Yep.
That are spraying down all kind of
goodness,
chemicals
bro.
on you. Some of the there's been some new research that just came out of some of the stuff that's in them seeded clouds.
Yeah.
It's diabolical, maniacal, evil, motherfucking two-faced devil, man. He's spraying down chemicals that is causing you to be infertile, sick. They got the same shit that was dancing around in the Juicy Jab in the fucking fake clouds.
Oh, y'all didn't want to get vaccinated? Oh, yeah, y'all, you gonna get this.
Oh, you gonna get the shit.
And you gonna love it. Yeah, but, that was pretty... Oh, hold on.
Yeah,
Hold up.
Wait a minute. Let us
Revelation 11 and 18. I'm going to read it in NLT. It says, the nations were filled with wrath, but now the time of your wrath has come. It is time to judge the dead and reward your servants, the prophets. Hold on. Okay, yeah. Reward your servants, the prophets, as well as your holy people and all who fear your name. Nate. Okay. Yeah. Did you read that in the Bible? It says, from the least to the greatest. It is time to destroy all who have caused destruction on the earth. All right? And those that cause destruction on the earth is, all the nations, but that is spearheaded by Esau, Edom.
Yeah.
All right, the so-called white man is the main nation, or the nation of Edom is the main nation that has promoted just death and destruction, on the earth. Yeah. From the people to all organic life is just corrupted under this man's rulership.
All creation is subject to this demon right now. Yeah. And it is what it is because Yahweh set him up for this purpose. But at the same time, hey, Yahweh hates him, so we hate this motherfucker too. Yep. We can't wait till this motherfucker get brought down and they say, hey, look at this nigga. Hey, that's the one that was in all them movies.
Looking crazy. They gonna go back to. They ain't gonna get no education. Nah. All right. There's one generation and they going back to caveman status.
They're gonna be Brian amongst the thorns again. Ooga booga.
Ooga booga.
Hey man, even in that movie, Passion of the Christos, when they showed the Roman soldiers, that's how they spoke. Everybody else was speaking, in the what form of Hebrew were they speaking?
What was it, Yiddish?
No, it was
Aramaic.
Aramaic. Okay. They're speaking Aramaic, and these motherfuckers doing like, damn, y'all motherfuckers is fucking creatures, man. Yeah. You're gonna go back to your low base state.
Yeah.
Which he never really came out of. You just polished up a turd, sprayed it gold, and called it motherfucking
and called it Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Hey, but yeah, man, we're gonna wrap it up with that. Lord willing, this was edifying. Till next time, shalom.
Shalom.